Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I am your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Scheer. Again, this is brought to you today by Little Caesars. Code LCFREECC. Go get there, get some free crazy combo with any pizza purchase. I went there on Saturday. It was very, very good. You should all do that. Angel Antonio Chavez. Don't forget the R in LCFREECC. All right, now we got a lot to get to this show. We are going to talk about Arizona baseball. The general consensus is, outside of Boiler Cat, the general consensus is this is a good draw for Arizona. It's better. The general one is that the tougher one is the UCLA regional. We're going to get to that, but we got to talk about how we got here first. Chip Hale, baby, just won his second straight conference championship. You could take the Arizona baseball out of the Pac-12, but guess what? We're still winning conference tournament championships here. Very proud of our guys.
Yeah, that was a fun week. The Big 12 tournament was fun. You know, they looked like they were done against TCU. Andrew Kane with the big homer. Whenever you have pitching in college baseball, things can happen. I know that sounds silly because you could probably say it for the pros too, but in college baseball, pitching goes a long, long way, and their pitching is really well right now.
Their pitching is doing really well, and we've got to give a shout-out to our local guy, Jake Kane, my guy, Jake Kane. Always been a big fan of him, scouting him. Anthony Humbert.
Did you say Jake Kane?
Jake Kane?
His name's Andrew, Mike.
Andrew Kane.
Oh, no. You've always been such a big fan. You didn't even know his name.
I thought you would like that, too. This is going to be awesome, though, Scheer. Also, we got to give a big shout-out. Mason White's father's name is Ben White.
You called me in hysterics.
Dude, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Mason White's father's name is Ben White. I mean, so Ben 1 White. Very, very good. All right, so we will obviously talk about that. Scheer, there were a lot of people that said that Chip couldn't recruit. That Chip couldn't do any of this stuff. Guess what? This is Chip's roster, baby. And guess what? They're doing well. Were the people that saying Chip couldn't recruit, are they wrong?
Look, I mean, obviously he's had success. I mean, the team's good. It's not like they're bad. It's just a matter of, he missed players. Everyone misses players. Clearly, he has a good idea of how to put a roster together.
Yeah, so clearly he's a good recruiter.
Sure, yeah.
All right, yeah. So, all right, now, we need to be very clear about something here. We need to be very, very clear about something here. That, Boiler Cat, be nice. So, we need to be very clear about something here. That you will say on Twitter, my bad Chip, if Arizona wins this.
Yeah, Mike, you give me crap, but you actually know where I stand. We had that dude, whatever his name
is. AZ Jazzman. Let me just rehash this real quick. He was on my show notes, but let's get into it. Listen, we're not going to sit here and pretend that we are baseball aficionados, although I am.
I mean, you're very close.
I mean, clearly. So he tweets at us and he calls us bozos and he says, are you guys going to keep waffling on Chip Hale? The one thing that we have not waffled on is Chip Hale.
Yeah.
I have been Team Chip from day one. Scheer has not been Team Chip, but Scheer has said if he wins a super regional, he'll say that he was wrong. It's that simple. We have said this literally for 4 years now.
Yeah, I like Chip. And he's like, you called for Chip's firing. I've never called for Chip's firing. Right. I like Chip. I'm just saying that in order for me to be all in, he needs to use these talented teams that make regionals and get them into a super regional. Right. Arizona's been a 1 seed. They've been home. They've hosted. And we haven't won a regional game in 2 years. In 2 years, Chip hasn't won a regional game. It's time
to up the ante.
Yeah, and if Chip wins a regional game, sure, I'll say my bad Chip and give him a ton of credit here on this show.
Yes. Yes. All right. So we either way, another one of those is Greg. Greg Thompson does not like Arizona baseball. All right. So I am also seeing if I can get Kobe L. Thiel unblocked by the Arizona baseball account. It is really.
I'll go one step further, Mike. If they I'm going to be gone next week.
All right.
So if Arizona makes a super regional, I wouldn't even be on the show. I'm going to do you one step further. I will live broadcast. I will call in from Disneyland.
Yes.
For about 2 minutes to say my bad Chip.
Yeah, we'll like that. And then we need to have this splattered all over Twitter too. Yeah. All right. So yes, team and Chip. All right. So let's talk a little bit about it. Local talent in Arizona baseball. There's a lot of good local talent on this team, Scheer.
Yeah, it is really cool being like Andrew Kane from Ironwood Ridge. Right? Like it's just there's something really really cool about when these guys do it, and then they're on ESPN. They're like from South Point, from Ironwood. It's a cool thing to see for sure.
Did you see when Kobe L. Thiel was annihilating Joseph on Twitter? And I was too, about Joseph's lack of understanding of local baseball recruiting. It was so good. So Joseph was complaining that he didn't get a guy that was like the 18th pick in the draft or something, or the 18th round or whatever. Yeah, he wasn't going here. So that's the case. But very, very good stuff though for this team. Also, they're playing their best baseball right now. Kendall Rogers put that out there, and he said this is a team to worry about. I agree, Scheer.
They absolutely could win this regional. Like, Oregon's not a bad team. Cal Poly just beat Irvine to win the Big West tournament, so Cal Poly is solid. But this isn't a regional where you look at it and you go, gosh dang it, they got to go all the way across the country to face a stupid SEC team and all that. This is absolutely a winnable regional. When you look at the metrics and all that, Arizona absolutely is right there with Oregon and Cal Poly. Cal Poly is probably the sleeper here. Oregon's a good team, don't get me wrong, but it is a beatable team.
I am not scared of Oregon, my friend. I am not scared. I know they beat Oregon State. I do not care. I am not scared of.
Mike said, "quote Any team that loses to Nebraska, Arizona could beat."
Yes. I am not at all intimidated by Oregon. Yes, Joseph. No, Joseph's getting killed right here. This is
Friday at 1:00. Arizona plays, and then I'll say this: that Cal Poly game is big too, because Cal Poly's good.
Yeah. Okay. So that was that's going to be very, very good. All right. So we will see. I want to talk a little bit about the SEC and the anti-Big 12 bias. Oh, is this the killer graphic that you were talking about, Cody? That's not a killer graphic, Cody. But
I said I was working on a graphic.
Cody said that this took him 2.5 hours, and honestly, it looks pretty. The graphic, it is better than you could do. Let's get.
Well, I mean, come on, dude. I mean, yeah, of course it's better than I could do.
This is why we pay Cody the big bucks.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's better than I could do. I couldn't do a graphic I couldn't do any graphic like that.
2 kids in his arms. Did that with his nose.
He's got a kid farting in one hand, and in the other one a bird in the bush. We're going to talk. Oh, by the way, Scheer's daughter is going to come on to explain some problems that I have. There are these kids outside on Saturday night that were stealing traffic cones and then running into the house giggling about it. Losers,
idiots.
Morons. All right, so we're going to talk about that now. We're going to get to a little bit of. We're going to talk a little bit about the SEC bias and and the anti-Big 12 bias. But first, we got to pay some bills. All right, let's pay some bills first. Pay some bills. What do we got?
Yeah.
RJ's Frozen Cactus. Now you might say to yourself, Mike, I want to go watch Arizona baseball. I do not know where to go watch Arizona baseball. RJ's Frozen Cactus. This is the place. They will have the games. What station's the game on? Do we know?
ESPN Plus, 1:00.
ESPN Plus, yeah. All right, go there. Pregame at RJ's, then ride share to the game. Well, I don't know if you're pregame there. It's 1:00. But either way, we all know about the parking lot. We all know 100-plus craft beers, $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, boom, 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 boom. No bad seats in the house. Check it out. Very, very good. Support local. We like RJ's Frozen Cactus. Very good people there. Very good people. Red hot sports and ice cold beer. Yummy, yummy. What else we got? Bridge Tech Communications. Now you might look at some of these baseball players and you're like, man, they must have access to really good gyms. That's what I would assume. And I'm thinking to myself that, man, they probably do have access to really good gyms. And I'm guessing that the U of A also couples with Bridge Tech Communications to get these as well. And guess what? Just like anybody else, 750% average ROI. They promote 100-plus health entities across multiple states. Sure, you are working out now. This is true.
It is true. Cody, shut off your mic. We can hear you.
Dude, we can hear you. Knock it off.
Yeah, I had to take last week off because my eye was falling out. But
your eye looks much better now.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, thanks to Arizona Primary Eye Care.
Correct.
But now, Scheer's going to be going back to the gym, though. So we like Scheer going back to the gym. That is very, very good. Again, check it out. Bridge Tech Communications. Our guy Tony is the man. Okay, now, Big 12. Why is there no Big 12 team hosting? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. No ACC team is hosting too. That hasn't happened in like forever. It's basically similar to softball. It's turned into the SEC tournament. I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but there's teams that are hosting. Like UCLA is one I don't get, and maybe their punishment was getting that bracket that they did with ASU and Irvine and all that. That was the one I didn't get at all, but whatever. It is what it is, Mike. It is what it is.
No, I get it. Yeah, but either way, you know what? Sometimes Arizona, you know what? We've had home regionals before, and it didn't work out well. Maybe we just need to take our show to the road.
Yeah, why not? Why not Arizona?
The Sun Belt is just valued above the Big 12, apparently. Aren't there like 2 Sun Belt teams hosting?
Yeah, that's stupid too.
Where is the Sun Belt? In the South? That's got to be the South.
Southern Miss and Coastal Carolina. Coastal's good, but come on.
Doesn't Coastal Carolina have a national championship?
Yeah, they beat. You know who they beat?
Arizona.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Coastal Carolina was home of the one budding college football legend that never worked out but I was pushing him, Joe Moglia. Remember Joe Moglia?
We are. Cody's very upset, by the way.
Why is Cody upset?
We liked your graphic, Cody. We were just giving you crap.
I like your graphic, Cody. I like your graphic, but at the same time, you said it was a killer graphic.
He didn't use the word killer.
He used killer graphic. I will not sit here and say this.
He said erotic is what I remember.
Now, Shane Simmons was bashing me. He said he can get behind the MNBA, but he cannot get behind the MNFL. Well, I kind of get it. But it is pretty stupid. I agree with that. UCLA hosting purely on RPI crap conference 3-7 in Q1. Do all Big Ten teams have baseball programs?
No.
Like, does Rutgers have baseball?
Rutgers does. I don't think Wisconsin does. Which Big Ten?
I'm sure that Wisconsin doesn't. And why do they? And if they do, they shouldn't.
Big Ten teams that don't have baseball is Wisconsin. They're the only one.
All right.
Sounds right. My God, I'm so talented.
Minnesota has baseball? Why does Minnesota have baseball?
Why wouldn't they have baseball?
Why would they have baseball? I asked first.
I don't know. Why not Arizona?
All right, Lost Highway.
Iowa does have baseball.
Yeah.
Does have baseball.
Oh, hey, look at this. Yeah, I don't think Iowa does. Yeah, Boiler Cat, AJTO, man. Hey, you know Boiler Cat, he keeps coming at me with stuff. I told Boiler Cat last year that Arizona's going to the Big 12. He did not believe me. Boiler Cat, be nice to me in the future. All right, now, Andy Bryant, the great Andy Bryant, $4.99 Super Snap, backing Cody's graphic. Yes, we do like Cody's graphic. It just wasn't a killer graphic. So that is all I will. That is all that I will say. It's not a killer graphic. Yeah. All right, now, Scheer, I'm going to ask you right now. This is where the hammer meets the anvil. Are you going to sit here and do you like Arizona to come out of this region?
I believe that on Monday I will be calling in to apologize to you. I believe that they will win this regional. Thank you. I do. I really do.
Oh, man, I just took a load off right there. Thank you. That is so good. Woo! All right, yeah, very good stuff. All right, so Scheer, you are calling your shot right there, and Boiler Cat with us then going to say my bad, Dave Hickey as well. Boiler Cat, that will be done. Boiler Cat, I wonder if he's in Purdue. Does Purdue have baseball?
Yeah, I just told you the only Big Ten team that doesn't have baseball is Wisconsin. It doesn't mean they're good at it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It seems
like when you look at the Big Ten, like they're bad. You know?
I think of like all those Big Ten teams is like I feel like all those Big Ten teams is like Eastern European countries where like do they play baseball in like Slovenia?
I would assume not.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Like
so
Ohio State, who's good at everything, awful at baseball. Worst team in the Big Ten.
Yeah, Ohio State's not good at everything. Don't believe that stuff. So let's see here.
Illinois. I know what you're wondering. Illinois, not great.
Oh, did Illinois make the? Illinois?
No, they're 30-24 this year.
Yeah, well, I gotta troll Illinois here in a little bit. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I can blame this on Illinois. Philly B would be a star baseball player. Do you think Philly B would be good at baseball?
Absolutely.
All right, so Big Ten baseball and softball is generally garbage. You know what we should call those states? We should call them the cold soup states. So we got like the cold soup countries. We got the cold soup states.
Yeah.
Yes. So like Iowa, cold soup state. By the way, it was funny. I was watching a little bit, and I'll get back to sports here in just a second because we never get off topic. I was watching. So my mom's part of this Nebraska Facebook group, and it's called like Proud Nebraskans or something weak like that. I can't remember.
That's very Janet.
Yeah, very stupid. And then so, anyways, like there was this guy that came in. I was perusing from afar, and they were. This guy was. He was trolling, and he says he's from Iowa, and he says, "Who in the hell would want to live in Nebraska?" And I'm thinking, and they're getting all mad and defensive, and I'm like, "Dude, this guy's from Iowa. Like, who wants to live there either? That's one of those
My
things.
sister lived in Iowa for a little bit.
Where in Iowa?
They went
Sioux Falls, or no, that's South
worked
Dakota.
at the University of Iowa.
The University of Iowa?
Yeah. She worked over there.
All right. Now, do we think Kylan Boswell would be an ace reliever?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I'm trying to think one of the, like, what's the movie? There's got to be a baseball movie where, like, the guy gets super drunk and then comes in and pitches like 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, Doc Gooden, Dwight Gooden.
Yeah, Dwight Gooden. He did a little more than alcohol.
Yeah, no, Dwight Gooden. You know, I actually saw Dwight Gooden one time, and it was funny.
I've met Dwight Gooden.
Did you? Oh, you met Dwight Gooden? Oh, it's better than seeing him.
Ago. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very good. Now, what did Cody just say? 1-2? What does this mean?
I don't know.
All right, hey, everybody out here, I got to be clear about something.
The baseball record this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Wow, Cody's only saying they win one game. What game do you think they win?
Cal Poly.
So you think they beat Cal Poly?
They lose to Cal Poly. They beat Utah Valley.
Then they lose to Cal Poly again, probably?
Probably.
All right, Rose, one thing I got to put in here. No, see, bodybuilders, you are the man. Andy Bryant, you are the man. You guys are both much, much smarter than me. Much, much smarter than me. But there is something I have to correct both of you guys on. Just one thing, and that is it. Just one thing.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, I am actually right on this one. I'm very rarely right, but I'm right on this one. You don't wish anybody a happy Memorial Day. It's a day for mourning and honor. Because, again, it's people dying. You don't wish, like, hey, happy Death Day. Yeah, it's a day for honor and like salute and memorials. No, you don't wish them happy Memorial Day. That's all. That's all. Now, that's the one thing that I'm right on over you guys, and I will go back to being wrong. So there you go. Okay, sure, I was right about that. It's your public service announcement for the day.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, PSA. No. It's not a disagree. Gringo Billy. It's a fact. It's a.
Yeah, it is. It's not a happy. It's not supposed to be a happy day.
It's a fact. You can literally look up on the Pentagon and it'll say that. Okay. Anyways, all right. Let's get a couple more reads in here. We're gonna talk a little more baseball. Then I want to get to Koa El Pete here. I think people are missing something with Koa El Pete here, and it is. Plus, Koa El Pete's gonna be on the thumbnail tomorrow, unless we get Chip Hale on. Hey, if we get Chip Hale on tomorrow, we got to have Kobe L. Thiel and Chip Hale on the thumbnail. That'd be great. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, Andre Veras. Speaking of one guy that will never get on the thumbnail, ever. Now, you might say to yourself, now, Mike, will you endorse him? Hell no. Not doing it.
He could get on the thumbnail, but the thumbnail will say we're not endorsing him.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the only thing that the thumbnail would say. Yeah, nice try. So you might say to yourself, well, Andre, did he, and he's saying, well, did you recently change jobs? Did the war between Pakistan and India really shake up the household and you're looking for new work or you're looking to save some money because you might have a family vacation planned for Pakistan? And I mean, because who doesn't, Scheer, I know that you were planning on going to Pakistan at some point this summer.
It's on the list. It's definitely on the list.
All right, but do you have a young family that you want to take to Pakistan? And you're saying, man, I just don't know if I'm going to have the money for it. So Andre Veras can help you with that. Give Andre a call at 520-325-3456 and reference the AZ12 podcast for a complimentary initial meeting and check us out at Longview. II.com. No endorsement. Not doing it, though. Nice try. Boom. Won't do it.
DJ Haggerty, Mike.
Where's he going?
Committed.
Where?
To
North Carolina
Kansas State. Kansas State.
Is Kansas going to be able to field a basketball team this year?
Yeah, it's not
looking great. They got like
great.
2 scholarship players. It's
3. Not looking great.
Okay. All right. So we got that. All right. Now what else do we got here? Talk to me. Scheer!
Where are you?
Scheer! I don't see you.
Michael.
Oh, no. Scheer. Oh, God. Arizona Primary Eye Care. Now, look at Scheer. Look how Scheer's sexy face is back. Look at that. Look at that. That eye that was like turning into like some kind of like sea urchin just last week, it is back to looking normal. Now, Scheer told me, Scheer says, dude, I can't go to Arizona Primary Eye Care because they're not going to be able to fix it because it's viral. Guess what they did, Scheer? They fixed it. Is this not true?
They did. Yeah, I'm going for my follow-up appointment. I don't remember when, actually. Now,
very, very good. Now, 60-plus insurance is accepted. AccuView now offering $400 towards contacts, $150 for disposables. Check it out. Arizona Primary Eye Care, same-day urgent visits. Boom! Arizona Primary Eye Care. We like Arizona Primary Eye Care. Whew! I always get scared when that goes when it goes like silent there for a second. Scheer. That always worries me. So, all right. So, anyways, all right. Now let's talk about the other teams because I'm not going to pretend that I know anything about these other teams. Cal Poly, I would assume Cal Poly is good because they're a California school. I am going to do more research for tomorrow, though, on this because my research has been steadily focused on Arizona baseball.
Yeah, Cal Poly has absolutely has a chance to beat Arizona. That's a tough matchup. I just tweeted this. You can make the argument that it's pretty easy argument. ASU got an easier path than Arizona. Cal Poly beat Irvine in the Big West title game. They're very solid. Oregon is better than UCLA. ASU is also only traveling to LA, and Arizona has to travel to Eugene. It makes no sense. That is a legit regional there with Cal Poly. They're good.
They're good. So again, but like you said, they don't have great pitching though. Gringo Billy says, "What say you, Scheer?"
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say, I just wanted to say that. So hold on, watch this. I'm gonna rile up some Illinois fans. Watch this retweet right here. Hey, at B-ball school. By the way, it always makes me laugh when I tweeted an Illinois guy whose thing says B-ball school. Okay. Hey, at B-ball school. I keep looking for Illinois' draw and can't find it. Looking for Illinois' draw and can't find it.
Damn.
And can't.
Mike's going in right now.
Yeah. And is perhaps Orlando Antigua's keeping this close to the vest?
Whoa.
Yeah. Perhaps, yeah. Keep talking. All right. So, anyways, we're going to talk about that. I would rather be in the like I said, Mike. This is a tough region, but we'd rather be in this region than UCLA. Tell Boiler Cat he's wrong, Scheer.
Why? Why Boiler Cat?
Yeah, why Boiler Cat?
Poly Poly can roll with Irvine. Mm-hmm. It's closer. Yeah.
Keep looking for Illinois draw and Illinois.
Utah Valley does suck though.
And can't find it. Perhaps we're. Oh yeah, this is so good. He's gonna.
When you look at Kobe L. Thiel tweeted this. Our guy Kobe L. Thiel tweeted.
Yeah.
There's this. Basically, it's called pair ratings. And P ratings, whatever. It's ratings. It's basically like Ken Palm for baseball in a way. They have Oregon with a 60.8% chance of winning the regional.
What is Arizona at?
19.6. When you take a look at the 60, just to put this into perspective, the lowest regional favorite is UCLA at 32%.
Yeah.
The number one team is 32%. Irvine is 27. ASU is 26. So that regional is wide open. Arizona's in a much tougher regional. It's BS, and I'm not happy about it, Mike.
Wait, so Arizona is in a tougher regional?
Yeah, it is.
You just said that UCLA was or ASU was in the tougher regional. You said that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I was the opposite, dude.
That's exactly what you said.
No.
You said that
UCLA isn't.
You said you
UCLA
would rather.
UCLA is the harder regional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Did
I misread what Boiler was saying?
Yeah. No. Boiler is saying that we're in the tougher regional in Oregon, and you're saying no. UCLA is the tougher regional. Correct.
No.
Where are you at?
Okay. I'm completely messed up. Arizona's regional is harder than UCLA.
Oh, sure. You've been saying the wrong thing now for the whole show.
I'm completely turned around.
Everybody out there, basically disregard the first 23 minutes and 56
ASU
seconds.
has an easier path. ASU has an easier path.
Scheer, you're making me look stupid.
I said that before. Look, OC bodybuilder. No, that's what I said.
I looked so dumb.
Yeah. ASU has an easier path than Arizona.
Scheer.
For sure. Because UCLA isn't that good. I didn't think they should host. Oregon is better than any of those teams in the UCLA regional. Poly's just as good as Irvine. Yeah. ASU has
Scheer. Come on, man. That was an all-time. That's something I would have done.
No. I said what I wanted to say. I just didn't say the correct conclusion. I don't know. Does smoking weed on antibiotics do anything? Or is it
it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. But either way, that was hey, kids, stay away from whatever Scheer's doing. Okay, so that's where it's at. I'm back in the chip, though. We don't want anything easy in here. We don't want anything given to us. Earn, not given is the motto on this show.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oregon State Regional is brutal.
Are you sure it's brutal? Or are you trying to say that it's not brutal?
That is a brutal regional, in my opinion.
Right.
Because you've got TCU, USC, and St. Mary's sucks, but TCU and USC is pretty legit 2 and 3.
All right. Well, either way, that's where we're at this time. So we will see. So this is, like I said, when you tune into the show, you tune in for college baseball insider activity, and that's what you just got right here from both of us. So, all right. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about it as well. I'm going to complain about some Gen Zers. Let's pay a few more bills, though. And I want to talk about Koa Pete next. Koa Pete talk. Koa Pete talk. All right. All right, but first, Land the man with the master plan. I have to apologize to Land with the man with the master plan. I have an apology for Land the man with the master plan. Land said that Arizona was in a tougher regional, and I took Scheer's word for it and said that they weren't in a tougher regional than ASU, and I look stupid now. Land is used to making people with his intellect look silly. He also, guess what he does is TucsonImplants.com. Boom. Check it out, 1997. Like I said, you don't got to go to Sudan to be able to get, these deals anymore. All you got to do is stay here in Tucson, and you will get the implants with the crown. It's a great deal. Boom. Check it out. Eris Dental, TucsonTeeth.com. This woman is excited because she knows that her tongue will remain victorious after this operation right here. That is where she is excited about. Boom. Check it out. Boom. Boom. Yes, Adventures, yes. All right. Now, Adventures of Bodybuilders says, thank goodness I don't need to go to Sudan. Yeah, who wants to go? Would you rather go to Sudan or Pakistan?
I'd rather go to Sudan because Arizona has a great relationship with Sudanese basketball.
Yeah, I would too. I would say that I would go there and I would say that I'm like a U of A.
I have a good question since we're talking about basketball, but do the Baggins read first.
We should do like the 10 worst countries in the world sometime.
No, we're not.
Fun.
We're not. No.
Yeah, that would get a lot of trouble. What if we lost our Sudanese audience?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, either way, Baggins.
All
right, Baggins. Baggins. Okay, now, with Baggins, here's the deal with Baggins. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. Be like Dennis Walsh. Dennis Walsh is working out right now, but he's going to be going to Baggins afterwards. He's going to be getting like the creamy pesto or whatever it is, but he always real times it. So, check it out, though. 12 Arizona locations, locally owned and operated, all food made in-house daily. Every sandwich comes with a chocolate chip cookie. We like chocolate chip cookies. Scheer, you like chocolate. Hey, Scheer, your eye no longer looks like a chocolate chip cookie.
Dude, true story. We went to Baggins the other day, the one on Cortero.
Oh,
where that is, right?
Yeah.
And before the fires. And we get a cookie. We're eating our meal, and the manager comes up and basically hands Shelby 48 cookies. I mean, it was ridiculous. She had a purse filled with cookies. It was
really
remarkable. Yeah.
Was that because the fort was held? We were worried
yeah.
we were worried because there was a fire by Baggins, and we said the fort must hold, and it did.
Baggins stayed strong. Baggins said, "You want to burn me down? Bring it."
Yeah, and I don't think. Honestly, were we at all surprised that they actually did hold strong, though?
No, of course. Baggins literally means strength.
Yeah, everybody go to Baggins today. Real time it. There are no Baggins in Sudan. You don't have to go to Sudan to get the AZ12 deal. Yes, exactly. It's funny. So when I was in college, when I was an undergrad, no, it's not back the bag. It's get the bag. Hey, where'd Scheer go? When I was in college, there was a kid that was telling us, like, I don't know, he wasn't from this country, and he was telling us that he was excited to go to Sudan for the summer. And I remember I was walking out of class, and this kid wasn't talking to me, and he says, "Man, that guy's got an odd idea of fun, dude." And I'm thinking to myself, and all I said is, I hope he has a good time, and I hope he comes back safe. That's all. Okay, Pakistan Baggins is lit, though. There's no Pakistan in Baggins, or Baggins in Pakistan. Okay, now, I want to talk about Koa Pete for a second here. Oh, yeah, by the way, Land the man with the master plan made a very good point. It was like the fire was starting to make war against AZ12 advertisers. It was getting close to the Eris office as well. You better stay away from that fire, man.
By the way, I have a question real quick before we move to Koa Pete. The draft deadline withdrawal is Wednesday. Does Carter say anything whatsoever?
Watch, he just withdraws and comes back.
Or just withdraw, stays in. Is there any sort of statement?
No. What do you think?
No, I don't. I think he just stays in.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny, though, if this whole time he just said, "Psych, I'm back"?
Yeah.
Which is interesting because with the way Carter is and the way he was raised, I would have expected at least like a "thank you, Tucson" message.
I could see that at some point.
Thank you, AZ12.
Thank you, AZ12 prep.
Yeah.
For
making me who I am.
Yeah, for basically making who I am. You guys saw something in me before I saw anything.
Another question for you, Mike, because you're a bastard, and then we'll move on. Sorry. NC State chose Darian Williams over PJ Haggerty. They couldn't afford both.
Mhm.
Do you agree with that choice?
Who are their guards? Are their guards good?
I don't know.
But no, I don't. I think PJ Haggerty's better. In a vacuum, I would absolutely choose PJ Haggerty. Here, I like Darian Williams a lot. Excuse me, mouth fart. I like Darian Williams a lot, but at the same time, he's like a 6'4", 245-pound power forward. I think guys like PJ Haggerty are. I think PJ Haggerty are just harder to find.
Yeah.
Would you agree with this?
Yes,
What
absolutely.
he's getting. What about KJ Lewis? He will be.
I'd assume he's getting $3 million or so.
PJ Haggerty. Real quick, Kansas, man. Kansas struck out on everybody. They lost Darian Williams, Dame Sarr, and
do you think Bill Self's hairpiece has anything to do with this?
Dude, that was so weird. When we see it again this summer, we'll try to real time a picture. But no, that was weird. He looked like Ellen. Like it was no, he didn't he?
I know, that's why I'm laughing.
He looked like Ellen. He looked like Ellen DeGeneres. It was really, really it was bad, man. Like it was and he didn't look well. So well, I guess we'll see. Maybe he's not well because he doesn't have a roster. But yeah. So and there are rumors, and again, I haven't. What up, JD? And there are rumors that he will be that Kevin O'Neal would be in play to be the successor. We don't know if the validity of those or not. But yeah, that's where it's at. All right. I want to talk about Koa L. Pete, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow as well. Here's what I don't get, Scheer, about the message boards. And Boiler Cat, I'm looking right at you.
By name.
Yeah. All right, here's what I don't get. Everyone's like, oh, we lost Carter. How are we possibly going to replace Carter? We will absolutely be worse without Carter. Okay, again, I like Carter. I like Carter a great deal. We all know this. But at the same time, though, I love how also people are like, well, okay, well, you're replacing Carter with these guys, Aristod, Ivan, whoever, and, some other guys. You're also replacing Trey Townsend with Koa Pete. Like, I don't understand how people look at it and they're like, with Carter Bryant, how are we going to replace him? Dude, the biggest change on this entire roster from an impact perspective is going to be Koa Pete over Trey Townsend. No matter what you think of Koa Pete as a pro, Scheer, that is going to be an immense difference.
Yeah, that's two different subjects, isn't it?
No, it is and it isn't. It's not a different subject because the entire we're going to be a worse team because how do we replace Carter? But you don't factor in that there's other players at other positions.
I mean, yeah, I don't buy the Arizona's going to be a worse team. I think if you want to say Arizona wasn't going to be as good as it would have been with Carter on the roster, sure. If it's the argument that Arizona won't be as good as it was last year, I've said I don't think that's accurate. Now, if your argument is, hey, Carter is the difference between making an Elite Eight and a Final Four had he been on this roster, I could buy that.
Sure. But the idea, though, that Arizona can't be better than last year or something, let's talk about.
There's only a few people that have said that, and they're not,
I don't think anybody thinks we're going to be a worse team. You do, Boiler Cat. Nice try. I've outed you. I don't know if you said that or not, but it definitely fits into my narrative, so I will say you said it. All right. Now, here's the other thing, too, when it comes to, let's talk about Koa Pete. Listen, I was wrong about Trey Townsend, but everybody else on the board was wrong about Trey Townsend, too. Or not Trey Townsend, but the whole power forward. You know what's funny, Scheer? That was literally like the biggest everybody on your board on Wildcat Authority, go to wildcatauthority.com and get in there, was literally wrong about the power forward. The fact that we had two camps, that we had a Trey Townsend and Javier Amos camp. Dude, those are some massive L's all the way around.
Yeah.
That's bad. Now Trey is. Now I will say I did win that Trey is better than Javier Amos, so I'm not going to go too far there. But here, Arizona's got a real power forward this season. The thing about Trey, and we can all say Trey's a nice guy. I hope Trey goes to Baggins, by the way. But Trey was terrible across the board. Trey was terrible. He just was. Koa Pete is significantly better in every aspect of basketball than Trey Townsend. That is going to be a massive upgrade.
I don't like the way you talk about former players.
No, I like a lot
Trey
of former
gave
players.
his all. Trey try hard.
Trey did not give his all. Dude, we literally sat here
towards the end of the season. He did.
Okay. All right. Dude, we literally sat here for half the season saying the thing that annoyed us most is that he doesn't play hard. So
For the end of the season, he got down, you know?
He got down. Oh, yeah, thanks. March Trey. Yeah, that is. But either way, that's kind of that's going to be a massive upgrade. We would agree with this.
Yes.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
there anyone that isn't agreeing with that? I don't.
No, but I'm just saying though that it goes into what I'm saying though that again that for everything you give away, for what they giveth you taketh, or whatever that term is. I think the difference between Trey and Koa is going to be much more significant than the difference between Carter and who they replace him with. How about that?
That's now we're talking.
Did I just make my point more eloquently?
Yeah. Now
Yes,
what you said makes sense.
Yes.
I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, but it makes sense, does it not?
Yes, what you just said and the way you said it, maybe write it down or something, because that makes the most sense.
Look how smiley I am right now. I'm so happy. I made it. All right, I just made my point. Okay, now I did blow it on Awaka. Awaka, he was not Trey's twin. He was early on, but then Awaka became an animal. You know what's funny about Awaka? Now listen, we were definitely led to believe some things that weren't true about Awaka, but when you look at Awaka, like, dude, if I told you before the season that he was going to average, and Big 12 Bobby, what up, man? If I were to tell you that Awaka before the season was going to average 8 and 8 in like 18 minutes, dude, yeah, sign me up for 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just kind of is what it is. Let me ask you this, Scheer. What do you look for out of Jaden L. Bradley this year? You know what I look for, even though I just asked you this? I look for him. I want him, and I think it'll increase his effectiveness. Duh. I want him to become a better shooter. I think he can be a decent shooter. That is what I want out of Jaden Bradley.
I will go one step further, Mike. It's not even better. I want him to be more aggressive.
Yes,
like
agreed.
Shoot more. I want him to shoot the ball more than he has.
Yeah,
I always felt that he didn't shoot the ball nearly as much as he should have.
Yes, I would agree with that. But you know what's weird about it too? There's a lot of guys, and we always talk about this too. He needs to be our Caleb Love now. You know what? But here's the thing: here's what I think that it needs to be when we're calling somebody our. It needs to be one or two things: a player that is unfairly criticized, like Caleb Love, or a very innocent player, like a Carter Bryant. That's how we incorporate our. I think people know that Jaden Bradley is pretty good. But yes, I agree with that, Scheer. I want him to be, but again, too, the other reason I think that he can be a good shooter is he doesn't have that crappy Shakur thing, where it's like the shots like, blah, or it's like, or he has a decent shot. Lost Highway. Sorry, I know we were criticizing Towns, and you're back though. People sagged off JB like crazy. Need to end that. I would agree with that. I need people to honor it. How about that?
And the reason they sagged off isn't even because he's a bad shooter. It's because he just wouldn't shoot.
Right. Shoot it.
Ball, man. I'm not talking about that. His dad's a good human being.
What's that? His dad's a great guy. His dad, hey, I can say with a great authority that his dad watches the show.
Yeah. So if you're watching this.
Yeah, you're watching it. We want you to shoot. What a great thing for a kid to hear. Dude, just shoot.
I bet and Tommy, we know Tommy ain't telling anyone not to shoot.
Right. Tommy is not telling you not to shoot. That's why it always annoyed me with Pella, where like Pella would be passive shooting an open 3 or something. He's like, well, I just took one and take it, man. Take it. Yeah, take it. I'd like to see a Waka on a deuce on growth trajectory. Well, I don't think a Waka is going to move from 6'6" to 7 foot. Unfortunately. Oh, although one person we didn't want there, we got to take something back here. Very good point there. The Adventures of Fluffy. We do not want KJ Lewis shooting threes, though. That is one thing I did not want. You know what's funny? When KJ Lewis shot a 3, I thought there was absolutely no chance it would ever go in. When Jaden Bradley shoots a 3, I think there is a chance that it goes in.
And he had some great games too.
Yeah, no, he did. I like Jaden Bradley. I think you win a lot of games with guys like Jaden Bradley. That's just the next step because I like everything else he does. He plays hard defensively. I think he's a good teammate. I love his demeanor on the court. There's a lot to like. We like Jaden Bradley.
Yeah.
We're fans of Jaden Bradley on this show. Okay. Now I got a couple things I got to complain about here that's coming up. So that's going to be, we're going to talk a lot about that though. Hey, we're going to take Cody for tomorrow. Put on the thumbnail. What should we have for the thumbnail tomorrow? Should be something good, though. Something like we've just talked about now, but we're going to lead with it. I don't know. I'll let you figure it out, Cody. You're smarter than me. Okay, now so that's kind of where I'm at though with Jaden Bradley. I want Jaden Bradley to shoot more. Also, you know what cracks me up? I like ASU fans like Glenn that are like, dude, can you believe they're talking about basketball? Yeah, we have a good basketball program, dummy. And so, yeah, Glenn, we will,
idiot.
Yeah, moron. We will talk about
garbage.
Yeah, we will talk about it. Yeah. How many 3-point fouls do you think KJ? Oh, that's a good. They should have like a KJ Lewis 3-point foul clock. Remember?
Yes.
Remember when you said that he was going to likely go to a?
He's ready for your segment.
Oh my gosh, peace. Oh, you're dropping. Oh, I was going to say you're dropping the deuces. Or that's
Great.
not.
She's already gang signs.
Yeah. She's throwing up gang signs. I have some questions for the young Gen Zer there. Let's get a couple reads in here, and then we're gonna get to this. You're gonna want to hear this. This is me going old man.
You won't be on the booth.
All right, Green Valley Decorative Rock. We need to be very clear about something. Hey, Cody, let Scheer be on there as well. All right, Green Valley Decorative Rock. 2 convenient locations, 50-plus locally sourced landscaping materials, serving residents and contractors. Boom. Yes, agreed. Adventures of Fluffy. So here's the deal. We all know that we have pushed back. It's like when Baggins, it's like when that fire came at Baggins and Baggins said, we will repel you by all means necessary. It did. We've repelled the rumors against Green Valley Decorative Rock, and now we are going on the offense. And here's what we're going to do. You need to go to Green Valley Decorative Rock. Now, now listen, they might go to Alcatraz. I would be stunned if they would deliver to Sudan or Pakistan. I think they want to live. But either way, check it out. They deliver. They're on Wetmore. Gringo Billy is a real timed it. You also go north to Oracle, east to Sierra Vista Benson, west to Marana, south to Nogales. They do all of it. Mike Natowski is the man. We like it. Support them. Support local. We like it. Yes, check it out. Boom, 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 boom. Check it out. Check it out. All right, what else we got? All right, now we got this Botox Scottie Pippen. Which do we like more, the Botox Scottie Pippen or the Hawaiian model? Which one is funnier?
Do you think he's cute? Or doesn't think he's attractive?
I don't think he's attractive either. But
I like him though. Honestly, I like the other one.
Yeah, and I keep telling Cody to blow this up more.
This is blown up.
All right,
this
everybody.
Is much bigger than it was
I keep saying that too. He just goes.
Yeah, that's a great point. That Ben 11 agrees. Yeah, get this shirt right here, everybody. This shirt needs to be like again, mess with the paw, get the glove, baby. You're gonna want that come football season when we sweep through the conference, when we destroy Hawaii in that first game. You're gonna want that shirt. Get it. Go to az12podcastshop.fourthwall.com. Check it out. Is AZ12 Prep merch available yet? Cody's working on that.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're also working with compliance though at AZ12 Prep. We've got our compliance offer up in.
Whoa! We didn't talk about this. We don't have a compliance office. I thought that was one of the.
Well, no, I mean it's appliance in. Appliance. It's compliance.
We have an appliance office.
Yes, we have compliance. It's in name only. The plan for AZ12 is very similar to cheat.
No compliance.
Yes, we are to cheat, and we're going to cheat like crazy.
The only thing you have to comply with is signing the checks, baby.
Signing the checks, man, and then we steamroll. Then we push everybody to the U of A. Everybody we want. Should we have a football or should we just practice on basketball?
No, we start with basketball first.
Yeah, we start with basketball. We get that. We basically get a feeder system to the U of A. Yep. And then we send some, you know what we do? We send some spies to we send some spies up north then that pretend to be good.
And we will have a Sudan campus as well.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna have we'll have a satellite campus in Sudan, exactly, like with like the Black Hawk helicopter. So check it out. No, that was in Somalia. So all right, either way, get that shirt though. That shirt is awesome. That thing is fire. It's lit. So all right, now what else? What do we got? All right, talk.
Aurora, do you know who sings this song? Oh my God, she said no.
She has no clue.
She has no idea.
No clue. All right, that sucks. All right, now here's the deal, though. Comfort X HVAC. Hey, Aurora, let me ask you this, Aurora. Do you like air conditioning?
Yes, like I have to sleep with it. Like I need it everywhere.
You need air conditioning, right? Yeah. You would not be happy if you did not have air conditioning. This is true. Okay, good. Guess what? if the air conditioning ever goes out because Tony Gimino, you got a neighbor who is a very dangerous person. No,
we don't let Aurora out at night because look at this. That guy's
remember when you said that you couldn't let Aurora or that you had to let Bree, you couldn't let Bree outside of the school
around the neighborhood. We call it Gimino'd.
Yeah, no. So again, you don't want this guy coming in there. This guy's going to destroy everything that you have. He's terrible. But again, he's in the neighborhood, and they made him happy for a day. And again, they saved him like $2,000. This is a bad dude right here, man. Tony Gimino's betrayal is still tragic. Yes, but again, go to ComfortX HVAC. Let them help you, and you get a free shirt in the process. They are awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Check it out. Okay. All right. Now, I got some questions here. All right. Let's all right. Scheer, you stay on as well. We can get like both half of your faces. No, actually, how do we do this?
We can't unless she logs in on herself. I'll just turn the computer.
Okay, yeah, turn your computer. I have some questions for you.
You want to just on questions right away?
All right. Now,
don't curse, Aurora.
Yeah, you can't curse.
You can't curse.
I won't curse.
All right, I got some questions for you. All right, you're a Gen Zer, unfortunately, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's my first question. Why doesn't your generation acknowledge people? When you walk by, you look down, you don't shake hands, or if you see somebody that comes in that you might know, you just get up and leave. Why?
It's social anxiety.
Why?
Because when we were in COVID, we didn't talk to anybody. So after that, we just kind of continued that.
Holy crap, you just made that up.
No, I'm serious.
Totally, that's
no,
all
I'm actually
BS.
serious.
So you talk.
Yes, I'm blaming a pandemic because nobody talks to each other.
Oh, come on. So you're telling me this, that you when somebody would walk past you in the street, you would actually look at them and say hello. But then once COVID hit, you're like, can't do it anymore. I'm not doing it.
No. I wouldn't start with that in the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't like talking to people.
Yeah, okay. So you would always look down. Yeah, Grant Winkler says they never looked up. So, yeah. All right. So you can't blame that on COVID because you just admitted you weren't doing
that. For some people, you can.
For some people, for most you can.
Like for most Gen Zers, you can.
No, you can't. Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious. I will literally do a poll with my Instagram.
Oh, your Instagram people. Yeah, because that's
Instagram
scientific.
people.
Yeah. All right. So, but again, so you admit that yes, this generation would have never mentally survived 9/11. That's so true. All right. So now let me ask you this then. So you're sitting here right now and you're telling me that you have never, like if somebody walks by you on the street, you always look down, even if you know them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Because I just don't I feel like if I say hi to somebody or like I try to acknowledge them, they'll just walk by me too fast and then I just look awkward.
You don't.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
No, it makes no sense. All you have to do is just say hello.
Like what if they're walking fast?
She's like her father.
And then they walk past you before you can say something, and then you're just waving to the air.
Oh, come on. I don't even know where to begin with that one. That is awful. See, I was raised, if you walk by somebody, guess what? You say hi, they say hi, and you keep walking. It doesn't hurt anybody. There's no awkwardness. There's no ick factor or any of that. You just keep going. It's easy. Try it.
No. Well, I do. I mean, I do at my school, like in the hallways.
All right. Scheer also said something else. Yeah, just wave to people. It's not hard. Scheer also said something. I don't know if this was you or Bree, where he said we were like sitting in like the auditorium. We were sitting in like a restaurant or something, and one of you guys was like, "Oh crap, I know that person," and you got up and left so that you didn't have to actually like look at them or communicate. Why?
It's awkward. Like I don't know.
No. It was at the Union the other day.
And what happened?
Yes. I was at the Union and there was these two Sun High boys and I got scared and left.
Why?
They were scary. I don't.
Were they Edgars?
No, they weren't. It was just like a group of boys.
All right. So basically what you're saying is this, is that, she said they freaked out.
Yeah,
she
they
freaked
were
out because they were,
seniors.
well, what is it? Are you supposed to be terrified by seniors?
I was right around the corner. If anything happened, I would have beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why? Well, there's nothing to be scared of. Now, that's my next question is, why is your generation scared of everything? They are terrified of everything.
Don't blame
To be,
Portland for this
to be fair, Mike, she was just being creeped on by you taking pictures of her.
Oh,
Yeah,
stop.
you did stalk me.
Was that whatever? I saw you at the AZ or the AZ12 press.
one.
I saw you.
Here.
I saw
on
you at
campus,
Arizona
Mike.
Primary Eye Care. No, but seriously, why are you guys scared of
People
everything?
are scared of everything.
I don't know why I'm scared. I just don't like interacting with people or doing anything new.
Like
Like I don't. Like,
no, I don't. but-
want to
but-
go out there.
But there's nothing scary about just saying, "Hey, man, no, yeah, keep it going." Like, there's nothing awkward about it. You can do this. And here's the other thing too: you were raised in semi-normal household. You were raised in a semi-normal household and there's no reason for you to be scared of people.
Yeah, but like it's me. Like I don't know. Like I get awkward.
You get awkward.
I feel like I don't talk to people.
Is your
Like,
biggest?
I hide behind my parents when it
She's
comes
me.
to like meeting
She's like me.
fans. Like if somebody walks up to my dad,
Well,
I
I
will
get-
hide behind them.
Well, no, I understand that, but if like just you see some rando or something and you're like walking by, you're like, "Oh man, yeah." All right, now, Brad, the bully, Brad Hudson says it's simple. If a screen isn't involved, they are either. Yeah, that is something. How much of that, like, would you be able to live without your phone?
I did in 8th grade for 2 months, but otherwise
Was it the
no.
worst 2 months of your life?
Yeah, it was pretty bad, and it was during summer too. But yeah.
All right. Now, do you consider like when you talk with someone on the phone, do you consider that like in person or like you guys don't talk on the phone, right? That's not a thing. It's just texting and like emojis
Yeah,
and like
I don't
and
call
like the
on the phone.
eggplant emoji and all that stuff. That's all it is.
Unless I'm playing Roblox, I don't call.
Yeah, okay. So it's all just texting and just like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Okay. Is there let me ask you this. Do you think it's odd that your generation doesn't communicate with people?
I don't think so. I feel like it's pretty normalized.
You think it's normalized to not talk
Yeah.
to people?
Yeah.
Fluffy has a good point, Ro. From now on, whenever someone on the show sees you in public, we're all going to come up to you. Everyone go up to Aurora when she's with me, though, not when she's by herself.
Like what?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let's say that you go by and like your biggest fear comes true, and somebody says hi really fast and keeps walking, and it's viewed as awkward. So
You know how many times we yell at her and be like, she'll be like, it's awkward. We're like, you're just literally talking to someone, and we'll yell at her.
Well, I've had some pretty bad public interactions with people I thought they were.
Yeah. One time at Target, Aurora went up to some guy and like hugged him basically, and it wasn't who
I
she
thought it was my
was.
friend, and it wasn't my
She hugged,
friend.
like a random dude.
So
Yeah,
then I
but
had to
guess-
like walk away.
But guess what? Did you emerge from that unscathed?
Yeah.
You're gonna be such a
I
good
was just-
dad next week, Mike.
I mean, that was amazing. So it's amazing. So the worst possible thing happened, and you were able to be okay.
You're a
Yeah.
survivor.
I survived.
Okay.
It was
now-
awkward, but I survived.
Oh gosh. All right. So there's these kids that live across the street from me, and Saturday night. See, when I was a kid, or when I was like a college kid, guess what we did? We went out and like we had beers and we hung out with people and we talked and we met people. These kids, guess what they're doing? They're out there stealing traffic cones and then giggling about it and then running into their house after talking about stealing traffic cones. Like that is not fun. That is not what people are supposed to do. That is no.
I mean, I don't go out, so
I was gonna say, well, you don't go outside either way.
I don't go
She wouldn't do
outside.
that. She's a good
I
kid.
wouldn't. I know kids in my school like that do that stuff, or they'll go to the trains and like spray paint.
All right, now let's talk about furries. With
God.
furries,
Here we go.
with furries. Yeah, but Del Taco Tommy, yes, Millennial did that too. But we also went outside and did normal stuff. We did cool stuff. Like we rode bikes. Like, have you ever been on a bike?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to ride all the time.
But is it now awkward or sketch?
No, I just forgot how to ride it.
Okay.
She's just gonna ride it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, either way. All right. So let me ask you, what were we just talking about? Oh, furries. All right. Talked about the furries. Is there a heavy furry presence in your generation?
Yes, there is, but I don't think it's like they publicly like show who they are. Like they will only wear their costume and you won't know who's behind that costume. Luckily, at my school, there's none. There's no furries.
There's no
At my
furries?
school. No.
Hey, I told you about the first furry I interacted with, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, but it was talking. It's answering the phone going, meow. And I'm like, that's not how you talk. Like that's and first of all, I'm amazed that they actually answered the phone. But then second of all, meow, that's not real talking. Now let me ask you this: how come Jen? Do you look people in the eye when you talk to them, or is that also awkward?
I won't do it.
All right, so let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about, now listen, I know that Gen Zers don't think they have to ever get a job or that everything will just be like phone-based or something. But let me ask you this. If you go into a job interview, would you just look, let's say you want to get a job at like, I don't know, the student union
Dutch
or something.
Bros.
What's that?
Dutch Bros.
All right, Dutch Bros. Say you want to get a job at Dutch Bros. And you're going into this job interview and you're like, well, you know what? I can't look at anybody because that's awkward. Will you just look down during the entire interview?
No, okay. So what I've learned to do is you look on like their forehead or like in between their eyebrows, so it looks like you're making eye contact, but you're not.
Why not just look at their eyes?
I don't know. I just feel like it gets like, ugh.
What do you mean it gets? That's how people talk.
I can stare at like people in the eyes, just not for long. Like I can't like.
So it's like one of these things you look real quick and then you look down.
Yeah, or like look
you got to
away.
scurry to safety or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
can Gen Zers work at Dutch Bros if they don't like talking to people? Because those are the most talkative people I've ever seen in my life.
No, yeah, they're really talkative. But if you make the drinks, then you don't have to talk to anybody.
Dude, the nicest people ever that you will ever encounter are the people that work generally at that Starbucks. They're all like they're very nice, or the dispensary workers. The dispensary workers, they're like, okay, yeah, they're like, hey, how's your day? Do you have a dog? Is your cat okay? They ask everything. So, but again, these are also you can do this. Now, have you thought though, like in a job interview? So you've actually thought about how you would go about doing this, that you wouldn't look them directly in their eyes. You would look in the middle of their eyes.
Yeah, that's what I do with my coach when I have to talk to her. I just look because I'm like scared. Yeah.
But why? I guess here's where I'm confused though, and this is still what I don't get. And why are you scared? Like you shouldn't live. Why are you? What could possibly happen that is so scary?
I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like eye contact. Like, I feel like just staring. It feels like I'm getting, like, my soul stared into, or I'm staring into somebody's soul. Like, I can't.
All right, now, Scheer, let me ask you this. We grew up in the same generation. Where did this, what if they have a unibrow, or do you just stare at the unibrow?
Yeah.
All right, Scheer, where did this come from, though, your daughter's, that it's scary to look someone in the eye because there might be, like, they're taking your soul from you.
Yeah, I don't know. I look people in the eye for the most part.
I don't get it though.
Like Shelby definitely does. So
yeah, I don't get this. But again, that's what I'm saying is that she's raised in a perfectly normal household and she's terrified of everything, like all Gen Zers are. I don't get this terrifying. You know, the other thing about Gen Zers too is they're all fake activists. That's the other thing that really annoys me.
She's not.
No, that's good. That's good. The fake activists really annoy me. They're always like, yeah, I care about the little man. And then I'm asking, yeah, what do you do? And then they're all like, oh, I reposted their Instagram story. No, that's not being a real activist. That's not doing anything. That doesn't do anything. Like an activist was somebody like Ali that goes out there and he's like, no matter what you think of Ali, he's like, you know what? I'm going to protest the Vietnam War. And if that means that I'm going to go to jail or I'm going to, have my title strip, boom, that's what happens. These guys, they're all LeBrons, and LeBron's a millennial, but like LeBron's always like, oh yeah, all of this stuff, but he won't do anything that affects his bottom line. Activists that are not prepared to do anything are not activists. Gen Zers are not prepared to do anything, and that's what I don't get.
Look at you.
No, sharing an Instagram.
You're gonna spend a whole week with Mike when we get back.
Sharing it.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Like the ice bucket challenge.
Like a month ago, there's this giant ice bucket challenge, and you would pour ice like over your head. It was kind of like the ALS challenge, and I think like 2012, where you would pour ice over you.
Right.
But you were supposed to donate also, and nobody donated.
They don't donate.
They would just record themselves pouring ice and then tag their best friend.
So they can post the video.
Yeah.
Now, here's the other thing that they're obsessed with too is likes. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
I post whatever I want. I post whatever I want on Twitter. And guess what? I'm not going to go back and delete it if it doesn't get a certain amount of likes or whatever. Half my tweets are about farts. I post to be able to entertain myself. I feel that your generation does not care about what you, or it's a more, okay, what could I post, or how could I stick my butt in the right direction so that I can get more likes on this photo or something. It's all about likes.
It is, but I turn my likes off.
Oh
So
yeah, because you don't want people to know how many
Yeah.
likes you got.
Yeah.
And when did that become a thing?
Social media, like TikTok.
Oh gosh. No, I know a kid that if he doesn't get a certain amount of likes in 30 minutes on Instagram, he just removes removes the post.
Yeah, I
Like-
used to do that.
Oh, why do you care?
Because I think it has, at least for me, like a lot of the girls on my dance team get likes, so I like get embarrassed when I don't get as much as them, or I
Well,
get like upset.
All right. Now, are you also like you're like, you know what? I'm just going to share this story, and therefore I've done my part for humankind, and I can sit here and be like, yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I've done this.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's not your fault. Well, maybe I actually.
To be fair, I didn't do the ice challenge, you guys. I got nominated, but I didn't.
Well,
do
right.
It.
I give you credit for coming on here. This is good.
Yeah.
But and you've looked me in the eye actually, and guess what? Guess what hasn't happened? You haven't died, or you're like
Yeah,
there hasn't been some cyclops that's reached into your head and like removed your like brain matter. So yes, you've done a very good job here. But what I'm saying is, you could have normal conversations like this though out in public, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, like I can talk if I'm like I have to, but like I'm not gonna wave to a random person on the street.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm talking about. If you're like walking down like a sidewalk or something, there's nobody else in sight, and you guys are just walking by each other, it's normal. It's common courtesy to just look at them and say hello. Then they say hello, and guess what? You keep walking.
It depends on how fast they're walking. Like if they're
No,
like
it doesn't
that,
depend on how
I'm
fast
not-
they're walking.
I'm not doing that.
Calculates the speed.
I calculate the speed. Like if we're walking slow, maybe I'll say something. If you're zooming past me, I'm not saying anything.
Well, right, but if you're okay, so you might. Oh, wait a second here. We might have groundbreaking admission here. So you're saying then, if you are walking slowly and they are walking slowly as well, there is a chance that you might
Yeah.
wave and say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, wow!
If
What
they're
a-
like in my age range, like, like
what
I
a
won't.
brave take right
Yeah.
there. That is, I mean, you know, listen, some people, like, you look at like Martin Luther King and, you know, Gandhi and people like that, people that really put themselves out there and brave. You just did something that I think could really speak to your generation. That if everybody is walking, if they're walking slowly and it geometrically is not opposed, you might wave.
Yeah. I would.
I give you a lot of credit there. But you know what you got to do, though? You got to stop the likes thing is, and we'll sign off here in a second. But the likes thing is so stupid. Who cares who likes it? I don't get that.
Everybody.
No.
That's not just Gen Z either.
Well, no, I don't. Dude, I don't care who likes my stuff.
Well, celebrities do. Like, it's not just Gen Z. Like, I know celebrities that, like, will turn off their likes or they'll delete the post within 24 hours if it didn't achieve a goal.
All right, let's say you're.
That's
let's-
just a business type thing.
Let's
Mike.
say
You
you're not
don't
a
want
celebrity.
People to go through there and see
Yeah.
that you have posts that don't have.
Let's say you're not as fine. Fair enough. Let's say you're not a celebrity and you're a normal person. Why would you sit there and care if you have 48 likes or 119 likes?
Because you're looking at other people who post and they have higher than you.
So your life
Yeah,
is.
it's self-confidence.
So your life. No, you know what the ultimate self-confidence is not caring what other people do.
It's hard because, at least with my school, and I know Ironwood, there's like child celebrities at our school that
Who
have like
cares?
100,000
Yeah,
followers.
Arena's thing.
Yeah, there's a kid named Brennan at Brianna. He
Oh,
literally
Brennan.
he went to New York for a model photo shoot, and he has like 100,000 followers or more.
Oh, cool. That's great for Brennan. Who cares?
Everybody,
Why does that matter about what you post?
because they want to be like him. Like they want to be popular. They want to go.
They're not going to get.
have a
so
New
what?
York photo shoot.
Guess what? This guy might be unemployed in 4 years. Like, who cares? Like, I'll tell you a good story. So one time we were in middle school, Gridley Middle School. We were in sixth grade in Miss Bloomquist's class in second period. And this girl, her name was Trista. And everyone was like, Trista. But Trista was like the one that, like, I don't know. She appeared to be somebody like that would like sleep with her employer to get a job, like that kind of like mindset. And so we're sitting there, and then she's like talking to a kid right next to me. It actually wasn't me, believe it or not, although it could have been. And she's like, "Yeah, you're just a nerd." And then the guy says to her, "Yeah, you'll be working for me in 10 years." Like things like that. That's the ultimate flex. That is the flex.
Yeah.
You don't
But
care.
also, like, stereotypical. Yeah.
All right. All I'm going to do is this. I'm just going to say that, you guys would love Arizona football last year because I guess they were worried about likes. Didn't want to have they didn't want anybody to see into the football state or the football weight room. So they put curtains up over everything, probably because of likes. Would you guys like that as well, to have like curtains up over everything so nobody can see anything?
Yeah. Like just the curtain around me, that'd be great.
Oh, God. All right. I give you credit. I give you a lot of credit for coming on here and basically talking about how crummy this generation is. There are some good ones. There's some redeeming values here. But you know what? You want to be a real leader? Be out there and talk. Go out there. And you will get a following. Now, again, a lot of people might hate you. Who cares? You will go out there and you need to say, listen, we don't need to do this stuff. We need to stand on our own principle, on our own business. And guess what? I am going to post what I want because I'm going to be more successful than you. And guess what? If I don't have as many likes as you right now, screw you. Because guess what? More people are going to want my money in 10 years. That's what you do.
Yeah.
USA.
USA. Ben One White. Like, we got our pal Ben One White. I'll give you an example of Ben One White. So Ben One White has spent like the last 5-6 years, and we like Ben One White a great deal, but Ben One White has spent like the last 5 or 6 years just making up stuff to us that we don't believe. And it's like, dude, like, we're like, Ben, that's not true. And it's like, all right, whatever. But I don't even blame Ben. That's what the entire generation does. And so it's yes. Hey, Grant Winkler, very good point. You think when I first started here, when 20 people were watching, I said, hey, I'll give you an idea. So when I first started PHNX and I had no clue what I was doing, they're like, oh, you need to do this. You need to get rid of these older people. Nobody cares. And I said, no, I'm not going to change. It'll work for itself. And then they started saying after a while, they're like, man, I have no clue how this guy does it, but he's getting more views than everybody else. It's because I stayed true to who I am. That's what you need to do. Don't think about what the cool kids are doing. Stay true to who you are.
Yes, Michael.
Yeah.
Right.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. Well, you're basically saying this guy's an idiot, and I'm not going to listen to anything he says. Hey, guess what? I'm looking into your soul by looking in your eyes, and I know that's what you're thinking.
Hey,
Be
be
true.
nice.
Be true to yourself. Andy Bryant, yes, be true to yourself. But there's also something you'll need to be true to as well. Do you like Little Caesars pizza?
Yeah. Hashtag Hannah, who gets it for me every Friday.
Did she use code LCFREECC?
Yeah, when I told her about it, like when you guys first got the sponsorship, we started using it.
So you're using it now, right?
Yeah.
And it's a great deal, too, because guess what? Like, it's the best bang for your buck in all of Tucson. You can get, like, if you, like, pay, like, $12, you get, like, 2 pizzas and, like, breadsticks and everything. You can feed...
I like the Italian cheese bread.
Yummy. Can you...
Yeah,
hey,
that's my favorite.
Do kids say yummy, yummy in my tummy?
No, they just say this is bus.
Bus?
Oh, no.
What does
I feel like
bus
this
mean?
is a whole different
This is the whole
conversation.
show. You can have
Like-
your number into the
Like
summer.
bussin'?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
That's a
right.
whole
Or
different-
TS5.
What?
TS, which is a curse word, and then FYE, which is like fire.
This shit is
Oh, God, that's terrible. Oh, yuck. I weep for
Yeah.
this generation. All right, so you done a good job. We're going to get you on more here to talk about the
That's
sins of
long
your...
term,
Okay.
yeah, hey, do kids... Hey, let me ask you this. Do kids go, what?
No, Mike. Just you. Just you.
Yeah, all right. Either way, I do not care about any of this. Guess what? Shelby's saying Mike doesn't realize he sounds like a grandpa. Guess what? I don't care because I'm true to myself. Aurora, you need to be true to yourself.
Okay.
Deal?
Yeah.
And how come you didn't come to RJ's Frozen Cactus when we were all hanging out?
I don't know.
You just wondered you were in.
Yeah, I was in a mood.
Oh, you're in a mood?
Yeah.
Were you
I had
scared
an
of some
emo that day. It was
You
my
had a what?
emo day. It was
Was
my
it-
emo day.
emo day? Oh, I don't even want to know about that. But all right. Anyways, everybody go to Little Caesars. Get LCFREECC. We'll talk more sports tomorrow. You guys are all in there. You guys are awesome. Very much appreciated this. Fight back against this Gen Z group.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to me yap.
Yeah, we're going to have you back on more. We need
Yeah,
you to, hey,
I'll
you know what
come
you need
back
to do? You need to come up with the 10 dumbest, or, well, you guys will think it's cool. The 10 coolest, dumbest phrases that you guys use.
Okay.
That's
I can literally list it like right now. But
All right, I don't want to
we'll do that. We'll do that another day, you know?
Yeah, another day. All right, for Aurora Scheer, the great Aurora, the brave Aurora Scheer, making eye contact, very impressed. For Jason Scheer, who is not making eye contact, but only because he's not on the screen. For Mike Luke, who is making eye contact. Maybe I'm going to draw on a unibrow next time you come on so that you can just look at this.
Please don't. Please
Oh.
don't.
Unibrows are awesome. So, on that note, though, you guys are awesome. Very much appreciate all you. We'll be back tomorrow. TTFN, back the A. Get your Little Caesars. Boom.